Bye-bye. What's going on over here anyway? Are ya? Aren't we all?
Almost there. Get
Yeah?
this end capped off. Just the other end to go, and then I can put some pressure.
Yeah? You ever had one blow up?
No.
Well, I don't want to.
hope I don't see one.
No, I guess. I don't want to be around.
Back then, they weren't allowed to stay in the army. It was the barracks, the 8 chucks. No, when your man was sent overseas, you had to get out and find a place to live.
They wouldn't let you stay?
And not one person ever checked on Mom. We lived in places you wouldn't put your cat in. And he was making $1.10 a day.
Things have changed.
I didn't know that you guys couldn't do there when he was overseas.
Oh no, we had to get out of the army barracks. And then he would come home and be stationed back to Fredericton. We'd move back to the army barracks. Then he'd get sent somewhere
I
else.
never knew the families couldn't stay there when they were gone.
Yeah, that's kind of...
That's not like now, I bet you.
Oh no.
It's different.
Well, they get everything now.
There was a big stink when a lot of the servicemen were stationed to BC. Not one person on army pay could afford to live in BC.
No.
It was just awful. So the army had to pull up their socks.
Yeah.
And now the men from Gagetown that are overseas, their wives get checked on. They have a big family resource center.
Yes, they do.
They check them all the time. Make sure the kids are okay. No,
Wow.
Mom never had any of that.
No.
We lived in Salisbury. We had no running water. Pump out in the backyard. An outhouse in the backyard. I had to empty that stupid pot upstairs every morning out in the outhouse.
your
That was
job.
my job.
Okay. Their hamburger's not done.
Oh, it needs to be cooked more.
Yeah. But the noodles are done. The noodles are done. The hamburger's still cooking.
Yeah. I know.
I like the fries.
My trouble is I always get that too much macaroni. I love my peeler. I hope you like yours.
I do too.
Peggy can't do it.
But if we can, wait, maple walnut.
This
should I
maple walnut out there might have this much in it.
Should I pull?
I mean, enough for one person.
No.
No.
Casual.
It's okay.
So, would anyone like some ice cream?
I want a fudge brownie.
I'm going to bring the brownies in too.
Grandmother would say, make out your supper.
Make out your supper.
Make out your supper. And I could always make it out because there was.
Yeah, exactly.
Make out your
Make
supper.
out your supper.
Yep,
And that was who?
my grandmother,
Your grandmother. Okay.
my mother's mother. I never knew my father's mother. She died in 1913.
Oh, wow. That's a
She
whole...
either had cancer or pneumonia or... Back then, they didn't do autopsies and didn't know all the ins and outs of what caused death.
No. They just let them lie, laid them in the house for 3 days, and then buried them.
And her husband, your grandfather's father, died in 1943. And somewhere there's a picture of me sitting on his lap.
Yeah, you said that.
I was 3 years old.
Sorry, we're talking about. Oh, those are the ones I didn't make yesterday.
Well, no,
When I
'cause
made
your
oatmeal
mother-
cookies for the other day.
No, because your mother made those.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
Sorry, he was telling us a story about making out your supper. Not taking it up, but making it out.
Out of context, it sounds so
There.
weird.
It does.
He's always telling stories.
Let's make out
I
over
love it.
supper.
Who's always telling stories? Me?
Yeah, cookies and cream.
But it's great, though. In the 1960s, this neighborhood, this spot that I'm standing in, was just land. It was just land and trees and no ideas of what it would become. But now where I live is an entire subdivision, an entire, I guess you would say, neighborhood of people that exist in these houses that were built in the last 40, 50 years. 1979 was the year that this house was built. There were a few families that lived in my house before me that experienced this yard, everything around me, my house, this neighborhood before me. There were families that experienced the rooms that I stay in, I sleep in, the yard I'm standing in. Moments have happened and I was not around for them. And just like that, moments have happened around the earth for millions of years, and I haven't experienced any of those. It's an unfortunate fact until we figure out how to time travel, if that's ever possible. But that's reality. We can't access those moments. So what I do on the Vlog Theory, what I do here, is record the moments that I experience while I'm alive, because there will be a day when I, maybe not at this house, maybe in a different country, there will be moments in my life where I will be in a different spot than here. My parents will inevitably pass away, and this house will be vacant. It's weird because like my room, my bedroom, I feel like is mine. But things happen in there in the 80s that I don't even know about. So in the 2020s, in the 2030s, in the 2040s, whenever this house becomes vacant, or whenever it goes on sale, the moments that I've had there won't matter to who is coming next. But they matter to you, and that is what I appreciate. The moments that I've been able to film here at this place means everything to me. When I'm 40 and looking back on this footage at me at the age of 19 and a quarter, I'll be able to look at what I looked like, what my parents looked like, what this yard was, what my life was. I got thinking about this because my grandparents in Sussex built the house that you just saw the footage from. And there will be a time in the next year or two, or perhaps 3, where they move out. They have to downsize inevitably, and it sucks because they basically designed that place. That was their house. There will be a time where an entire different family, an entire different group of people will inhabit that house. And that is what made me think about all of this. I just want you to appreciate what you're experiencing right now. Whether you're a family that has moved around and around and around, or somebody who has stayed in the same spot just like me. I want you to appreciate the moments that you get to experience, because the chances of you being born are slim to none. It's unfortunate that people take their own lives, that there is crime and war, and humans have always been so sick in the head. We used to cut each other's heads off with swords back 3,000, maybe even 600 years ago. And it sucks. We are the universe coming alive, and I hope that one day the human species can come together and just be one. Not some separate family that is separated by countries and continents and imaginary border lines.
As long as there have been humans, we have searched for our place in the cosmos. Where are we? Who are we? We find that we live on an insignificant planet of a humdrum star, lost in a galaxy tucked away in some forgotten corner of a universe in which there are far more galaxies than people.
this moment that we're experiencing right now, this is the time, the first time in humans' existence where 7 billion people are alive at the same time. We're experiencing moments together, and it seems like we really don't care. For the new people on this channel, this is kind of what the vlog theory is all about. I want you to think about these things. I want you to inevitably be thankful for the moments that you get to experience, whether it's a happy moment or a sad moment that will make you a better person. We all have lives to live. We all have a purpose, and it's just about finding out what that purpose is. I will catch you guys next time.